Hi guys, this is my Q&A video, and I'm so sorry that it took so long to get it done. I just got my laptop back, and then school, and then homework, and chores, and everything combined. So here's my Q&A video, and yeah. If you had $1 million, what is the first thing you would buy? For myself, maybe an iPad or a tablet of some sort, or a camera, or some lighting for a video or something. And if it wasn't for myself, it was like for my family and I couldn't spend it on myself, it would have to be bills or something that we need help with, money wise, obviously, for $1 million. And if it couldn't be used for me or my family, I would help friends of family, like if someone needs a new pair of shoes, or if someone needs to buy this certain thing that they need, not like they want. Like if one of my friends wants a video game, I'm not going to buy it for him or her. If it's something they need, I'll for surely give that to them. And if it wasn't for me or anyone else, well, obviously if it was for me, I would also put it in the bank for college purposes, only for college, strictly for college, when I go into college. If you had to choose between being rich or being famous, which would you choose? For myself, I would choose being rich, because when I'm older, I don't want to be famous, just for the fact that there are people that are symbols, and I'm not trying to disrespect anyone, but the symbols are becoming more like goddesses and gods. I don't treat celebrities like that. I treat them, if I was going to meet a celebrity myself, yeah, I would fangirl a little, but I would treat them as a normal person. I wouldn't fangirl over them just for the fact that they're in movies. I mean, if I was going to meet, let's say, Tom Felton, Draco Malfoy, and Harry Potter. Yes, okay. I would meet him and be like, hey, you're Draco Malfoy and Harry Potter. Give him a high five. Give him a sandwich. Buy him a sandwich or something. Just talk to him, I wouldn't treat him like a celebrity. Be like, can I have your autograph, please? I would not do that. I don't treat popular people that way. Also, if I was famous and I had children, I wouldn't want my kids to be exposed to the paparazzi and become big-headed when they're older. I would not want my kids to do that. And also for myself, I wouldn't want the paparazzi to spy on me or my kids or my husband or whoever I'm married to. I don't want paparazzi and people spying me and me having to change my number every 5 days. Being rich, I could help people around the world. I know that being famous, you have a lot of money, but I would rather take away the famous part and be rich, just for the fact that I don't need to help myself. I can help other people. I mean, if I was rich, I would not buy a mansion. I do not want to clean that mansion. And I would not hire a maid unless they begged me to hire a maid. I mean, the person who wanted to be a maid and they begged me to hire them, I would for sure do that so they can have a job. But I wouldn't live in a mansion. I mean, that's a wasteful amount of money. I mean, I would rather live in a regular sized house, have my kids have normal things. I mean, when they're young, I'm not going to give them an iPod or something. That's way too young, like 7? Way too young for an iPod. Yes, I think that's way too young for an iPod. What's your dream job? For me, my dream job is something in the arts, maybe acting or directors, or becoming a director, becoming a script writer or producer, or something in the arts, in the film industry. And if that doesn't work out, I could totally become an organizer, a wedding planner, or just a planner in general. I could do that too. Favorite movies. I like sci-fi, action, romance, and comedy. I like comedy. And I also like all the Disney movies. Now, if you're looking for a good action series with 4 movies in it, I would recommend Lethal Weapon. There's 4 movies. It has Mel Gibson in it and some other dude I don't remember what his name is, but they're really funny too. That's what I love about Lethal Weapon. They're comedic and action. Good sci-fi series with some comedy in it would be Terminator. There's 4, I also believe. And if you're going to have little kids watch it, I would make sure you're in the room and you want your kids to be able, if you think your kids are ready to watch intense action and, I believe, I need to look it up, but you can also look it up too. I think 2 of the Terminator movies are rated PG-13, and then the other 2 are rated R. I don't know what they're for. I'm going to assume the violence in it and that kind of stuff. For comedy, I like Captain Ron. That's an older movie, maybe in the 90s. I really like that movie. I think it's super hilarious. And a more recent movie that most people would probably know is Grown Ups 2. Actually, Grown Ups, the first one, I'm sorry. Grown Ups, the first one, number 1. I think that one out of Grown Ups 2, between those 2, Grown Ups 1, for me, is much more hilarious than Grown Ups 2. Grown Ups 2, it has some funny parts in it, but I think Grown Ups, the first one, was much more funny than the second one. I'm sorry, Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, and David Spade, and that other guy that I don't know what his name is, but the first Grown Ups was my favorite comedy one, besides Captain Ron. Look up Captain Ron. If you could go anywhere, where would you go? First stop would probably be the UK, go to London, and then the second stop would be Japan. UK, just for the fact that PewDiePie is there right now. Yeah, fangirl for PewDiePie. Anyway, I guess for me, going to different places is much more interesting than where I'm at right now. I think that goes with a lot of people too. The UK, just for the fact that I just want to go. And for Japan, they have a lot of crazy stuff over there, okay? I like crazy. Crazy is fun, but sometimes it's not fun. Like parties with drugs and alcohol. Don't go to a party like that. But anyway, Japan. Go to Japan. Japan, I think, is really interesting. The culture is interesting to me. And just the way their minds think of things, like making different kinds of flavors for food. That's really interesting to me. How do they get that flavor of food? So, yeah. Do you ever get too much fan mail that you cannot read it? Yes, that's why I'm making this Q&A video. Because I have too much fan mail that I can't read it, If you could change one thing about the world, what would you change? That's difficult for me, just for the fact that I'm a very caring person. I like to put other people before myself. So, these aren't my answers, because it's not one thing I'm saying. But if it was more than one thing, it would be poverty, all that kind of bad junk, I'd want to get rid of that. But I think the main thing of it is pervertedness. That's my answer. Okay, the one thing is pervertedness. Thinking of dirty things, even though it's not dirty, like eating an apple or a banana in public, that's not dirty. You guys just have really perverted minds. And that's what leads to bullying and all that kind of stuff. And that's not cool, guys. Yeah, it's funny in the moment, but don't go tell your friends that some girl you saw on the street eating a banana likes that, okay? That's not cool, because maybe she doesn't like that. I don't like eating bananas, so I'm good on that. But I don't like eating bananas. I just don't like. No banana for me. But seriously, the pervertedness to me kind of drives me crazy, because then I start to worry about, okay, what if I wear this? Will they think of something that I'm not? Also bullying and whatever the word is. I don't remember what it is called. But, just me thinking about what other people will think, especially the guys. My class is majority of guys. We don't have a lot of girls. We have 30-some in our class, and I'm going to say about 20-something are guys. So that kind of makes it difficult for me. Plus, our school is more male-oriented, I think. I think guys would think the opposite, but I don't know. I'm not a dude, so I can't tell you that. But seriously, pervertedness, that's the one thing I would change, okay? How much haterade does the average YouTuber drink before commenting? I honestly have no clue. I don't really hate unless I'm giving my own opinion on what someone else commented, and when I do comment on someone's negative comment, I don't use bad language. I try not to hate on them. I just say, hey, guess what? That's your opinion. And, and then there's a lot of people arguing. I'm like, guys, these are all your opinions. There's no need to argue. Anyway, I got way off track. For me, what I would think is, Gatorade, like, in the bottles like that, I think they'd be sold somewhere, but they would be called Haterade instead of Gatorade. And they come in colors, different kind of colors, like orange and blue and purple. It's hard to tell the difference between Gatorade and Haterade. And, I'm going to say they drink about 3 Haterades while watching YouTube. And then seeing comments and being like, I hate this person already. Let me comment something I hate about them, even though you don't know them. But if they really want to be a big pain in the butt, they're going to drink like 6 Haterades and a Monster, because Monsters turn you into a monster. You get my point? Good. Also, one other question is, at what age do you think people should start dating? I started dating at age 14 with my boyfriend that I've had now for 9 months. And if I had the kids, I would make sure that they were dating about the same age that I'm dating. Have them have friends in middle school and elementary school. Obviously not dating in elementary school. I think that's totally wrong. And then when they're in high school, I think it's okay for them to date. For me, when I have kids, because if they've known kids from middle school and even elementary school, they're going to know that guy for 7 to 5 years, and then a guy will probably ask her out, and I'd be like, okay, as long as you like him as a friend at first, like a best friend, and then you date him, like, the two will know each other and know what to say and what not to say at certain times, and what one needs at a certain time. I mean that's kind of like science right there, and I'm not good at science, but I'm good at relationship-y, science-y thing. But I think that, well, you know what I think. So, you know what I think. Thanks for watching this Q&A, and if you have any questions for me, put them in the comments below, and I will read them, and I will make another video. And I wanted to apologize for how long this took to make this video. I finally got my laptop baby back, and I'm so happy. So, I don't know when this will be posted, but it'll be posted. And also, questions in the comments, and thank you for watching.